I literally just arrived about 30 minutes ago at my mom and dad's place and take a couple minutes to check in with them before jumping onto this. And yeah, attention training Tuesday. It's always relevant, I think. I've been having this interesting experience of, on the one hand, I've been pretty immersed in this whole artificial intelligence thing that's coming our way that seems pretty unstoppable and admittedly fearing for my kids' future and our future for that matter, because it seems to be happening pretty quickly. So I noticed there's plenty of my attention is being wrapped up in that stuff, and that feels a bit unnerving and anxiety provoking. And then this recent trip here that I've just been taking in Europe has been one of the most sort of humanity affirming experiences that I've had in a long time. I'll just point one of them out, which is took a train today from Switzerland down to Florence, Italy. It was about a 6 hour train ride, had to change a couple of times. It was unbelievable how, the train cars were, some of them were from Germany, others were from Switzerland. And then we changed trains and they mixed them all up. And it's just like when we humans want to do something well and productive, just thinking of all those tracks that go all the way from the north of Europe and Hamburg all the way down to Naples. And they all work. All the trains work together, and the tracks are the right size, and it's just the whole thing is pretty magical. And it was on time. I think we were like literally 3 minutes late. So I don't know who does that or how that works, but we can do it when we want to as humans. And yeah, it's really just a question, I think, of this sense of prioritization. So here's Maya Angelou. Here's a quote of hers that I like. If you must look back, do so forgivingly. If you must look forward, do so prayerfully. I like that word. However, the wisest thing you can do is be present in the present gratefully. So I think that's what I was experiencing a lot of today, which is just like, man, this is so magical how all of this stuff works, that I get to experience it. And um, yeah, so many things to feel grateful for. So I thought let's spend some time today hanging out in the now and just noticing when our mind shifts to the past or the future. Again, that's what the mind does. But it's also really good to just flex those presence muscles, and because I think that's where gratitude and love and kindness, it all lives in the now. So let's try that out for a bit. Close your eyes. Notice where your attentional gaze goes when you close your eyes. What do you notice? What do you notice about the body? What do you notice about the mind, the thoughts, and all the cognitive stuff? And oftentimes, sort of stuck in the middle is this emotional part of ourselves. Like, what are we feeling? So, like to be a human right now. Noticing the body feels tired, a little bit achy, a little bit hungry. At the same time, I notice there's this vast, sort of expansive space that when I really just drop into right here, right now, none of that is really relevant. It's all right here, right now. The trip is in the past. Hopefully, a bed and a shower in my future. But right now, just noticing, just sitting, breathing. Are you paying attention to the stillness as sort of in the background, surrounds us. We're swimming in it all the time. And when we time travel, we just forget that that stillness is there. So see if you can touch into that a little bit. And if the mind wanders, which is again totally normal, see if you can notice if it's going back in time or forwards in time. And then, as Angelou suggests, if it's going back in time and you infuse it with a little bit of forgiveness, it's moving forward in time. Can you infuse it with a little bit of what she calls prayerfulness or hopefulness? All of that really just bookends what's happening right now, which is just sitting, breathing, community. Breath is a great way to anchor into the present moment. Literally just watching breath coming and going. It's always happening. Sensations of breathing are always shifting and changing. So it's a great object to focus on, to ground into the present moment. There's this interesting tension between being and doing in the present moment. So, on the one hand, just being present is all about just existing. But with an active mind that's constantly pulling us into the future or into the past, there's a little bit of effort, a little bit of doing that needs to happen to keep bringing ourselves back to the present moment. When we touch into it, see if you can let go of the doing part and just rest in the being. And then just noticing that at some point or other, the active mind will again take us into a kind of time travel. That's okay. It's not a problem. It's about always seeing if you can intentionally choose to return to the present moment by focusing attention on this moment right now. And then this one. and this moment. See if you can keep returning back to this sense of just being. And being has no specific flavor or any specific way of being. It's really just about acknowledging anything and everything that appears and realizing that that's just what's happening right now. Just being with it right now. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Long, slow exhale through the mouth. Dropping your shoulders, relaxing the neck and the belly and the hands. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In through the nose. Longest, slowest exhale that you can make happen. Just focusing all your attention on the exhale. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your eyes, coming back to the session. Yeah, hope you guys have a great day. Just be here now, or keep trying to come back to the present moment if you can. Hope that helps.